And just like that, without even intending to, Kalki Koechlin has changed, or at least made fluid, mass perception of a society. And I like thought provokers. So welcome.
Thank you, Koel. What an introduction.
Good introduction. Accurate?
Amazing, especially my name. I mean, you know.
Koechlin?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
last
told me
time,
cake,
right? Yeah.
La.
Yeah, I know.
So I get
always
it. So
remember
it really bugs me when people call you
Koechlin and Koechlin, that's the worst.
Cake, la. Okay, so just think, get the cake.
Yeah.
You've always struggled with your identity.
Yeah.
Are you still, have you found a place now? And do you realize that you've been a pioneer in some way?
I mean, I don't complain about, struggling with my identity doesn't stop me from being happy about who I am. You know, I love the place that I'm in. I love that I get to dabble in every kind of craft as an actor, whether it's, you know, independent cinema or commercial or theater. You know, I keep wanting to hone that and do more. But at the same time, I think I'll always live with this sense of not knowing where I am from and where I belong. And
you know, you just by speaking up, and from what I understand, you're quite an individualist rather than the other terms that come your way. But by speaking up, you have now been labeled a staunch feminist, which is what I was reading.
Wow.
Is the label fair?
I don't know. I am a feminist, but I don't think, I think the word has been so bastardized. Am I allowed to use that word?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a...
It's not, right? Oh yeah, so the word has been so bastardized. You know, when we think of feminist, we immediately think of this crazy, raving, militant kind of woman who just hates men, and that's not me. I still love men.
So describe your, like, Thank you.
Yeah.
But describe then what it means for you to be a feminist.
I think it's quite simply just anyone who believes in the equality of human beings is a feminist. You know, we need a word like feminist only because we live in an unequal world. But actually, I believe I'm a humanist. I believe in men, women, everybody being the same. You know,
there should be a word called equalist, right?
Yeah, equalist.
There should be a word. I don't like the word feminist either because it comes with too much baggage of like, which I think more anyone with a brain is a feminist.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's like if we suddenly had a maninist or something, like a male version, a masculist.
A masculist.
There's no word, right?
There's no
so
word.
Why should there be only a word?
We're again
segregating.
So we're changing the terminology. It's called equalist from now. There was a, why I was looking down was, there was a, in one of your poems that you did, or one of your writings, however you call them.
Yes.
There was one phrase that really got me, which said, we could sort ourselves out if we just stop being we. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you know, we have this sort of mass mentality of just going with the flow, and we've forgotten what it is to be individuals. So we are constantly, like a Twitter, for example, we're constantly copying, pasting other people's opinions. We're constantly just throwing in things that has been caught, you know, like in the wave. So we'll be really outraged about something for 2 days and then we'll forget about it. We belong to, oh, now I sound like some philosopher, some bigger consciousness where, you know, we are all separate parts, units, and we all have a part to play. But if all of us play the same part, there's no machine.
But do you ever feel
there's no togetherness.
That it's hard sometimes to be that individualistic or just your own person?
It is hard.
Because you do get carried, and especially in the industry.
It's such a pressure. I'm fighting it all the time. I mean,
with yourself. I'm not even saying fighting it.
With myself. With myself. You know, I feel the need to conform, to be accepted. You know, I feel the need to, you know, feel pretty or you know, dress a certain way. And it's a constant battle where I'm like, what do I really want? What do I really want from inside?
So what would you say would be like when you catch yourself in that, okay, I'm just following now, or I'm doing something that I really don't want to do, I'm being someone I don't want to be. What would you say to people who are out there, what is your, you know, checkpoint, and what do you do to get out of that? Because it's not easy.
Yeah. I think life constantly, you know, whether, you know, brings you back to reality. When you have to suddenly look after somebody, your aging parents, or you suddenly have real responsibilities, you know, that's when you
start... And then you go, why am I wasting time doing all this?
It suddenly seems silly, right? Right now I've just moved houses and everything is in boxes. Everything is packed up, okay? And in that time, all your stuff, you don't have your belongings, you don't have anything around you. I've been living out of 3 clothes for the last like 1 week or whatever, you know. So I'm just saying, you suddenly think, why am I accumulating all this stuff?
I don't need
What is it for? Yeah. I don't need it. I don't need any of this. So suddenly things just seem to get into perspective. So also it's the people who surround you. You know, I have people...
Or who you surround yourself with.
Who you surround yourself with, you know, like if you keep those people close to you who still laugh at you, who can still like, you know, slap you back. Slap you. My mother is one, my friends, you know, who will still be like, "Arey, chal, abhi rickshaw mein baith jao," you know, like if I'm like, no, I'm not dressed well enough to go to the...
Okay, listen, this conversation is going somewhere else.
Yes.
We are bringing it back to your film career, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing in Happy Ending? You're Vishaka? Vishaka. What is she like? Give us a little taste of Vishaka, body language.
Oh my God! What are you saying? You broke up with him? I'm so glad, like... क्योंकि वो अच्छा नहीं है यार तुम्हारे लिए. I mean like, babe, तुम पता नहीं यार, तुम hot हो, तुम young हो, तुम sexy हो, तुम क्या कर रहे हैं? ये idiot के साथ क्या कर रहे हैं तुम? You don't need to be with him. But hang on, you want to be with him?
Yeah, really.
You want to be with him?
Yeah.
ठीक है, तो फिर मेरे पास एक ऐप है, okay? It's called No Space. वो डाउनलोड करो और उसका पूरा ट्रैकिंग हो सकता है. Okay, so you can like find out where he is at any point in time, and it's really fun.
See, you're really like gossipy and bubbly and Happy Ending.
And a little psycho, a little wacko.
A little psycho.
A little wacko, yeah.
And Happy Ending, are you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy. I just saw it last night. And I laughed throughout, and Govinda is like just... Mwah. He's just like, well, I don't have words for him, you know. I feel like being Italian to
You feel like being Italian?
Yeah, like you know, he's like that.
Bellissimo.
Bellissimo. He's so good in the film.
So are you funny in Happy Ending?
Yeah, I'm very funny.
Oh, I like the way you say it yourself.
I'm laughing at myself. I'm like, wow, I'm really scary but funny. My mom said it as well. She came for the screening with me last night, and she's like, she was really, and she never like.
Moms are terrible, right? They like fix you. She's going to be saying, why did you not fix your hair, right?
Exactly. Yeah. She's like, what are you wearing? You look like a nun today. You know, so she's like that. She just always criticizes.
All moms are the same, yeah.
But yesterday she said to me, I didn't realize you're such a good comedian. You're such a great comedian, and it's amazing that you can do Margarita and you can do Happy Endings. So that made me feel really good. He's so
listen,
funny.
You're a great mimic, right? So let's.
I'm not a great mimic.
No, but you just spend a lot of time with these people.
Right.
This is what you're going to do. Okay. You have Seth, you have Ranveer, you have Elena, and you have Govinda.
Yeah.
Do one of them and let me guess who they are.
Okay.
Who you're doing.
Okay.
You can do that, right?
Yeah.
So go for it.
All right. So, what? I don't know. What do you want me to do, Koel?
Seth?
Yeah.
Is that Seth?
Yeah. This is really stupid. Yeah. I know you want me to like act and things, but I नहीं करना चाहती हूँ यार. नहीं करना चाहता.
So what are we going to do? This is the scene.
But what scene do you want me to do? Huh? I thought we were chatting. What are you talking about?
Is he fun to work with?
Yeah.
But psycho, right?
Yeah, he's like, he's funny. He's got a really dry sense of humor, like very English sense of humor. You know?
Either you get it or you don't
get it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It passes you by. Okay, next person.
Next person? I have to do all of them?
Yeah, you have to do all of them. You're here now. I got an actress.
I didn't realize I had to work so much.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, I don't know what you want me to do. It's okay. I mean, you want me to like act for you? I think you should just ask Kalki to do that. I just feel a bit shy right now. She's shy.
Okay, next. Two are left.
Okay.
Actually, you can put Kalki in the mix also.
Oh, yeah, Koel. I can't do comedy right now. Yeah. I mean, come on, yeah. I mean, you see me doing comedy all the time. I'm tired of comedy.
There can only be one moody person in the whole world like that, and that is Ranveer Shori. Oh my God.
Yeah. And then, okay, now This is very difficult.
Then there's Chi-Chi. Go for it.
I need music. I can't do it.
Come on, let's have our music.
लंबी लंबी बड़ी हो गई एनिमों के पेट साला पुश अपनी बर्बादी का सारे रब सुन के भी
I can't do it, man.
And you've become really good. You used to say you hate dancing.
I never hated dancing. I hate dancing in films.
Okay, like in a choreographed manner.
I love dancing. I love dancing. In shadis, in parties, but...
And on the couch?
And on the couch. But I cannot dance when that person goes 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm like, which one? 5, 6, 7 or 8?
Which leg?
Which one?
And on that note, we're going for a short break. Come right back, because there's more madness on the other side. Okay. Now, on a different note, you've gone through quite a tough time personally recently, right?
Yeah.
What is the one advice that you wish regarding your relationship that either you had taken or Anurag had taken?
Not responded so much to media, 100%. That's the one thing, because I always like was super open about everything, and I've realized that that has become the only focus of my life, mostly on media, like in a large sense. Of course, there's some more serious media where I do other stuff, but mostly it's just about my personal life, and that's not what you need to have publicized. I mean, you should have your work publicized. So
or anything else?
it's like a reality show, right? It becomes a reality show.
For me, always coming through a heartbreak, the work has been the opium. And having a quick affair is like the springboard to the other side. What is your opium?
Absolutely.
And what is your springboard for the other side?
Work, for sure. I mean, work in the sense of focusing back on the basics of everything. Like, I went back to writing, I went back to working on my body as an actor, my craft. You know, I did a lot of theater again this year. So just focusing on what it is that I love doing and why, and expressing myself. I think, you know, I think half the reason we have a loved one near us, you know, is to express to somebody what we're feeling. And if you can get that out in your art, in your form, then nothing like it.
So basically, a loved one is just there to listen to you in a way, and you can substitute it very easily with the audience. You guys now have paid to listen to me.
Yeah, something like that. No, yeah, I don't know, yeah. I don't know what it is. Like, you do, I mean, we're here to be heard. I think that's a really important part of life, that we are here to tell our stories. That's, you know, really an important part of life. I mean, sometimes you just like want to give up on everything. Sometimes I just want to move to, you know, a little hut in Goa and start a bakery. You know, I'm like, why
I can see you doing that.
Yeah, like, why am I fighting this war? Why am I sitting here, like, dealing with...
What war? What war,
The
though?
war of, I don't know, the feeling that I have every day of that there's too much to do and not enough time, and that there's so many things to talk about and so many things to fight for. And we live in a country which has so many problems, and I feel like I can't let go. I mean, it would be so nice to just live in some little mountain somewhere and not care about these things and write my little songs.
But you would still care.
That's the thing.
You would still care.
You can't cut yourself off, right? So the other day, somebody was Eve teasing, right? I was walking back from the swimming pool, and these 3-4 boys were standing at the bus stop, and they were like whistling and Eve teasing. And so I turned around and took a picture of them, and I said, you know, this is illegal what you're doing, and you know, you could, you know, I could show this picture and talk to the cops about this or whatever. So then they're like, they stopped. You know, and these are things
That's
we don't...
quite brave of you, because it could go the other way as well. Aren't you fear at that moment inside? You're a bit scared,
It
right?
is scary. I'm saying,
because they could be, there are 3 of them. They could beat you up. They could do anything.
That's the thing. Like, I'm sensible in the sense I wouldn't do it at 12 o'clock at night when I'm all alone on the road. There were lots of people on the road. I could do that. I could afford to do that. So you do have to have a sense of logic.
But it's also brave of you. I think it's brave of you.
True.
And
but we need to do that every day, right? We don't do it every day. Many times I've been not brave at all. Many times I just put my head down and walk away quietly.
And then you feel like
and you feel frustrated, and you're the one dealing with it, nobody else, you know?
Yeah, okay. So we can see where all this wisdom is coming from, but I can also see that you're getting to the other side now more. Of being
calmer
and living with yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Are you
In fact,
are you
I
a
love
happier?
living with myself so much that I don't even like. I just recently moved, and you know, a friend of mine wanted to move with me because she was also looking for a place, and I was like, you know, I just love living by myself. I've just discovered living by myself this year, and it's
No
so
sharing bathroom, no sharing bed, and no like you're still here.
You're still here, and you have to. Oh, you want to put the TV on? You want to? It's just your house. My cat is my best friend, and we have a great relationship because he listens to me and doesn't answer back. So it's wonderful. I'm very happy.
So you're not in the zone of dating or finding someone. You're not in that space yet.
Not yet. No,
Not yet.
and it's very hard as a celebrity in Bombay because everybody knows you and knows who you are. So it
And knows your story.
Knows your story. So you've become very conscious of it. So for the moment, yeah, it doesn't really interest me.
Not at the moment.
And also, it doesn't. It's not.
You're
like,
not ready.
It's not about not ready.
Then?
Arey, you can fall in love like that, but nobody is.
No, you can. I'm sorry. You can only fall in love if you're open to it. It doesn't happen just like that. You have to be open to it.
No, I wasn't open when I met Anurag. I was very like, I don't want to meet anybody right now in my life, and I met him. So you don't know when.
Okay, so then maybe when I call you tomorrow, you might have met someone.
Yeah.
On your way back.
No, really, I don't think so. I think that I mean, sure. Later you find out whether you really like them or if it's just some attraction or infatuation. But I'm saying that thing of you never know when you're going to meet that person.
And when it'll happen.
And when
right?
it's going to happen. You can't look for it, I don't think.
Now, coming back to my introduction of you, where I was talking about how it's difficult to box you, which is a great thing, right? But the industry must find it like completely crazy. So tell me about some of the craziest roles that you've been offered going, why have you offered me this?
I've been offered a lot this year, which I've not been very happy about, that I've said no to. The worst one is basically the script which I was offered, which was a complete sex comedy. And so they came to me saying, you do such great adult films and you're so mature. I was like, okay.
With a face like a pixie, like a baby face.
Yeah.
So mature, adult film. Which is the adult
I guess
film?
like Devdi I've done, where I play a prostitute.
Like some 5 years ago
Yeah,
now.
also, but Devdi is not exactly a sex kind of film. I mean, it's about...
disturbing as hell.
Yeah. So I was just like, I didn't understand why they came to me. I mean, I don't think that, you know, I'm really even physically...
I love the way
endowed. I'm not endowed for that. I don't
in
know.
Bollywood, all that can be fixed.
Also, I have no problem with like being sexy on screen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I don't mind wearing a bikini or whatever if the role
you don't want
asks
to be
for it.
disrespectful.
I
to
just don't like the idea that this is the whole symbol of you in the film is that you're an item or that you're. I mean, that word makes you an object. It doesn't make you a person. I need to be a person wherever I am.
Okay, now I'm giving you a really good situation. I know you're a big fan of Dan Day-Lewis and Leonardo DiCaprio. You're in a lift with them. They are discussing their show of Hamlet and how they want the Ophelia, who's going to be really talented, but also quite hot off stage. You have 60 seconds in that lift to convince them that you are going to be that Ophelia.
Okay. Are you Daniel Day-Lewis?
I'm both.
Oh my God, it's great to meet you. I'm a huge fan of your work, but I couldn't help overhearing about your conversation. I'm doing this play, Hamlet, and it's really funny that you guys are doing a film on it?
We're doing a film on it, but you don't really, I don't think you could do Ophelia.
No, I'm just saying that I play Ophelia in this version that we do, and it'd be great if you come and see it. It'd be fantastic. It's actually performing, I'm performing tomorrow.
Well, let's see it now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay, it's basically, I need to tell you, it's a clown who is performing, so it's a troupe of clowns playing Hamlet. So I'm playing a clown called Fifi who plays Ophelia. Myself Fifi. Also, it's so practical. Now, she would have O and a A. I said, oh, Fifi, yeah. You said, me Kicha, my Fifi, yeah. I said, my Papa Polonius and my brother Laertes, they're good friends. They tell me all the time only one thing. Papa and brother, they tell me only one thing. No Hamlet, Hamlet bad, Hamlet no good, Hamlet terrible. He will break your heart. But I'm like, break my heart? You don't know Hamlet like I know Hamlet. You know, when Amy talking to me, you know, Danielle, when Amy talk to me, it's like, imagine, Amy is coming into the room right now. Imagine, Hi there, Hammy. How are you doing? Tuk tuk, tuk tuk, tuk tuk, you know? Yeah. I know. I like your horse. Tuk tuk, tuk tuk, tuk tuk. Yeah. I like your sword. Tuk 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 tuk. You know the feeling, no? Attering, muttering, shivering, prattering. Oh, Mama, true love. That kind of feeling. I don't know how else to tell you. This is how I feel when I see Amy. But these days, Amy, gone a little cuckoo. That's a loco, mishkrit, that, you know, the most noble mind in all of Denmark now lost his mind.